And now for the starting lineups.
The Terryville Kangaroos play host to the Nonnewaug Chiefs tonight. Nonnewaug comes in after a big win yesterday afternoon, knocking off previously unbeaten Chippewa 58-48 and creating a three-way tie atop the Berkshire League between Nonnewaug, Chippewa, and Gilbert. Terryville will play host with a 4-5 record tonight and a chance to even up at 500 if they pull off the huge upset. But to do so, they're going to have to overcome a couple of obstacles put in the way by the seniors that are on this squad, or were on this squad in some cases. John Grenier told head coach Mark Fowler he's off the squad. Grenier apparently needed to get an after-school job, so Grenier no longer a member of the Kangaroos. And James Baylock, superstar point guard for this team, will not be starting tonight because he missed practice last week. So Terryville has their work cut out for him as they play host to the Chiefs tonight. And Dan, really things are not looking good for Terryville when they visit the first-place team in the league, or they play host to the first-place team in the league.
It's really not. I mean, when you come in here and you're playing Nonnewaug, a great team, you need your best players out there, and right now they don't have them out there. They don't have them on the team for some players, so it'll be tough for them to win this game.
Let's go over the starting lineup for the Kangaroos tonight. As we said, Baylock will not be starting, so in the backcourt we have Brant Gursky and Joe Pons. Up front, Sean Landry and Josh Hubbard, and in the middle, Justin Kostick. For the Chiefs, playing center, the big man, Louis Chandry. At forwards, Patrick Kiley and Jordan Levy. And in the backcourt, it's Joey Martinez and Isaiah Martin. Good set of players here for Nonnewaug, and it's a good team effort the Chiefs put forward. Head coach Tim Drakely preaches team basketball. As a result, only one player averaging in double figures. That's Isaiah Martin, averaging 15 points a game, and he has been in double figures all 9 games of the season for Nonnewaug. So obviously the man they might want to key on is number 15. Players shaking hands as we start the game here. A little afternoon action at Terryville High. Both of these schools have midterm examinations this week, so they decided we can get this game started a little bit earlier. So we have a 5 p.m. game. This followed the junior varsity game, won by Nonnewaug 48-24. And here is the tip, won by Justin Kostick. So bringing up the court, we have Sean Landry running the point for the Kangaroos, trying to get around Patrick Kiley. But he turns it over right away, so 9 seconds into the game, we have our first Terryville turnover.
These are kind of unforced errors that Terryville's really going to have to limit themselves to if they want to have a good shot at playing up at Nonnewaug.
Martinez drives, tries to dump it down low to Chandry. But we've got a foul first. It's going to go against Landry, his first of the game. You talk about unforced errors, Dan, because there's going to be plenty forced by Nonnewaug. One of the best, if not the best, pressing team in the Berkshire League. Now Chandry takes a power dribble, puts up the right-hand hook, is good. Louis Chandry, only averaging 4.5 points per game, quickly gets in the scoring column here, and here is that famous Nonnewaug press. Martin knocks it out of bounds. So Terryville will try to inbound again. 26 seconds into the game, it's a 2-0 Nonnewaug lead. Landry able to dump it in to Joe Pons, the freshman, who is just trapped on the baseline. Landry almost able to dribble through the press, but instead it rolls down. Chandry credited with the steal, and Martinez quickly gets it ahead, but we've got a traveling call on Jordan Levy. This is a very experienced Nonnewaug team, too. They have 7 seniors on the squad and 3 juniors. So experience definitely a big factor as they try to capture their 3rd consecutive Berkshire League title this year.
Nonnewaug doing exactly what they want, having Terryville inbound the ball in the corner so they can trap the ball.
Gursky gets it ahead. Joe Pons will dribble up. He is met there by Isaiah Martin. Pons brings it back out. Pressure defense by the Chiefs, not allowing any passes to go through without a hand in the face of the passer. Now it's Gursky controlling the ball in the corner. They feed Kostick in the middle. Floats it up and in. Justin Kostick gets his first bucket of the game, and we're tied at 2 with just a minute into the game. Martinez swings it right side. Kiley in the post to Chandry. Now back out to Patrick Kiley. Pons tried for the steal, couldn't get it to go, so Isaiah Martin takes a 15-footer. Had a chance to hunt down his own rebound. He must have thought it was off Terryville. So the Kangaroos will take it in. Full court press by the Chiefs. And we talk about another maybe semi-forced error there. Landry tried to push it far ahead, out of the reach of Hubbard. So it's another turnover, and Nonnewaug will come down with control. Joe Martinez, big senior, point guard for this squad. He's driving, loses it off his own foot. So good defense by Sean Landry, staying between Martinez and the hoop, forcing that turnover. We're going to get a substitution now, first of the game. It's Levy out. Checking in, it's Jamie Kimberly. Landry again, trying to work the point for the Kangaroos. Kiley checks him hard, and Kiley's going to be called for a hand check foul there. First foul of the game for the Chiefs. 6:16 on the clock in the first quarter. Terryville 2, Nonnewaug 2. Gursky set to inbound. Throws it deep in the backcourt to Landry. So Kiley, good job moving his feet. Perfect defense by Patrick Kiley. Avoids the pick from Kostick. And now it's Gursky on the left wing. He gets it back out. Hubbard over to Gursky on the wing. Now Gursky tries to drive. Looks for Hubbard. And the pump fake. Referee Charlie Brown said he stepped with it. So another Terryville turnover. But the Kangaroos hanging in there, tied up at 2 here. Martinez brings it up between the circles. Now gets it in the paint. Kimberly, one dribble back out. Chandry, 16-footer is good. Lewis Chandry, 4 points. Terryville no answer for the big man. This is what we talked about, Dan. Before the game, you and I were talking about how much Terryville is going to miss John Grenier inside. It's really a big body that they don't have anyone else to counter with. Kiley feeds it ahead, and Isaiah Martin, recipient of that pass. Martin lays it up and in, and this is a team of spurts, and they've gone on a quick one here. Martin gets another turnover. He's going to drive in, hangs in the air, falls down, but he hits the shot. What concentration by Isaiah Martin. And what was a 2-2 game for the first 2.5 minutes has exploded into an 8-2 Nonnewaug lead, and this is what the Chiefs bring to you every time they come out on the court.
Well, yeah, it's difficult for Terryville, who held their own for the first really 2 minutes of this quarter, and then in 30 seconds, just bam, 6 points up for Nonnewaug. And it's really due to the fact that Terryville's turning the ball over at an excessive rate. 6 turnovers already early in the game. And a lot of them aren't really forced, but the last couple have been. The press starting to get to the Terryville players.
Yeah, 2 turnovers a minute, not a good pace to be setting. Story in the Republican American today about Nonnewaug's win yesterday. Joe Martinez was quoted as saying that his team they go on runs. He said sometimes they may go on 0 for 8 shooting, but somebody will get a steal on the break like we saw Martin do, lay it up and in, and they'll kickstart the entire offense. So Terryville has to be careful right now. I mean, they're down 6, and if they can't get the ball up the court, this could become 12 or 18 points very quickly. So the Chiefs come out of the break with Kimberly, Chandry, Martin, Martinez, and Kiley. See if Mark Fowler brings in James Baylock here. He does not. Baylock will take a seat on the bench again. So it's Gursky, Pons, Kostick, Hubbard, and Landry. Gursky gives it up to Landry. Back to Gursky, and Joe Martinez right there on him. Isaiah Martin nearly picks it off. Kiley does. They get it back to Martin, and it's Martinez who misses off the back rim, tries to tip it in himself, doesn't get it to go. So now it's Landry working the transition game for the Kangaroos, and he's triple-teamed on the sideline. Narrowly avoids a turnover by drawing the foul on Joe Martinez, his first, team's second. So the Chiefs avoid getting in double figures when Martinez missed that layup. Now Landry will try to work the offense for the Kangaroos. Takes a couple dribbles, working the ball between the circles. Now it's picked off by Kiley. He's going to push. Gets around Landry. Running layup is no good. Hubbard tracks down the rebound. He is double-teamed underneath the hoop. Now he gives it up to Kostick. Pushes it ahead to Joe Pons. Nearly taken away by Martin. They're going to say it's off Joe Pons, though, so another Terryville turnover. 7 for them in the early going. And the Chiefs will inbound. A frantic pace set by Nonnewaug on defense here.
Yeah, they're really shutting Terryville down. I think they have one shot that they've taken. It's been Kostick's layup. Other than that, they really struggled on offense.
Now it's Martin in the post. Met there by Gursky where he is fouled. Defense becomes ever so more important now with one less player on the squad. You're talking about missing a starter. John Grenier had started for the team all the way this season. Now that's one less big body you have, 5 less fouls to give. And James Baylock sees his first action. As he comes in, though, Joe Martinez hits a running layup, and the Chiefs are up 10-2 now. Baylock gets it in, ahead to Landry, but before he's fouled, we've got to travel. Terryville not handling this pressure well. We'll see if the addition of James Baylock to the lineup can make a difference. Certainly the best ball handler the Kangaroos have.
And that's Terryville's 10th turnover. We're not even halfway through the quarter. That's really bad.
Brutal. Landry, good defense, really putting the pressure on Joe Martinez. Keeping the ball outside. Now Martinez finds Chandry. He takes another 16-footer. This one's off the rim. But Martin tracks down the rebound, gets in the lane, hangs, doesn't hit. But Martin will go to the free throw line for 2 chances here. Isaiah Martin, as we said, team's leading scorer, averaging 15 a game, has 4 so far in the early going. Drawing the foul on Hubbard, his first, 3rd against the Kangaroos. Pretty looking free throw there by Isaiah Martin. He's got 5. Team has 11. Lead is 9. 11-2. Nonnewaug. Martin misses the second one. Kimberly goes up high for the rebound, though. And back-to-back fouls on Josh Hubbard. Good rebound by Jamie Kimberly, skying for that board. So Kylie will be set to inbound for the Chiefs. Throws it in to Kimberly in the right corner. Now he'll get it back out. Martinez gives it to Kylie between the circles. Now it's Martin, on the left side. Martinez thought about the 3, got Baylock in the air, instead dumps it off inside. Chandry can't get the layup to go. Ball batted up in the air and taken away by Terryville. Now comes Baylock, looking ahead for Brent Gursky. Senior hits the running layup. So nice flash of offense there by Terryville, and they are 2 for 2 from the floor. Yet to miss a shot, but unfortunately, defensive Nonnewaug keeping the ball back. Joe Martinez hits a long 2-pointer, about 19 feet 8 inches away from the hoop. Just narrowly avoided it being a 3. So the lead again is 9, 13-4. Terryville tried to throw it in. Nobody touched it on the Kangaroos. So without even touching the ball in the court, they commit another turnover here. Well over double figures in that department. Still 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. And Nonnewaug has raced out to a 13-4 lead. Chandry, the recipient of the nice inbounds pass. Easiest 2 points he'll ever see. And the lead is now double figures, 15-4. Baylock can't find anybody to get it into. Now he finds Gursky. Gursky, Hubbard cannot believe Kostic wasn't ready for that pass, but he able to regroup and lay it up and in. So now Nonnewaug will come in. Logan Condon running the point. He quicks it right side to Martin. Feeds Chandry in the post. Chandry fades baseline. Jamie Kimberly's jumper is beautiful. Jamie Kimberly's sweet shooting forward gives the lead to Nonnewaug again by 11, 17-6, 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Landry tracks it down, working against Kimberly. Now he tries to feed Kostic in the post. Kostic, though, backing up too much. Wasn't ready for the entry pass. So Landry will get a seat on the bench. Joe Pond's back in the game. Nonnewaug will bring in John Bednar and Jordan Levy. So running the point is Logan Condon. He gets it to Martin on the right side. Martin tries to drive around Gursky. Gets to the baseline, lays it up just past the rim, though. Kostic with the outlet pass to Baylock. Baylock will bring it back towards the middle of the court. Working against Martin. Spin move taken away by Martin. We're going to get a foul. Not sure which way it's going here. It is against Isaiah Martin, his first. So Martin had made a clean strip, and then when he went for the ball, he kind of had to pull Baylock back to keep him away from getting it back.
It's a fortunate call for Terryville because it looked like Martin had a layup down the other end off the steal.
So a pair of number 15s going head-to-head here, Baylock and Martin. And you kind of get the sense right now that Baylock wants to do something to help his team out. Misses on that fadeaway, though. Martin tracks down the rebound, and he's going to push it. Good defense by Gursky. Terryville has a 3-on-0 if they can use it. Gursky runs down, lays it up and in. Nice play by the senior. Terryville continues to shoot very well from the floor when they get it up. But it's Jordan Levy In transition, Nonnewaug quickly back, and this lead is 11 and has been. Hubbard comes to help out break the press. So Joe Pons will hand it over to Baylock. Trying to dump it down to Kostic in the post. Charlie Brown calls him for a double dribble, though. So we'll see our Mark Gagnon check into the game for Terryville. Gagnon has not seen much time this year, but with John Grenier off the team, Gagnon's probably going to see a lot more playing time. One of the taller players, at least, on this team. I can't say a big body, but certainly tall.
Well, that's what they need, tall bodies at least. All they really have is Kostic in there. It's significantly over 6 feet, so it's going to take players like Gagnon and Jameson Kaczynski off the bench to fill in Grenier's shoes.
Now working the ball around the perimeter. Levy feeds it inside. Jamie Kimberly, nice little jump hook. This Nonnewaug team kills you from every angle. Gagnon goes for the shot and makes it, so Mark Gagnon comes right in the game, gives the team some instant offense, and Terryville continues to shoot the lights out when they get a chance to get a ball off. Martin, driving on the right side, now pulls it back out, gives it to Kimberly, top of the key. He swings it left side. Jordan Levy walked with it. Frustrated with the call, but he'll head back on defense. It's a 21-10 Nonnewaug lead, under 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Baylock gets it to Hubbard. Now back to Baylock, who will run the point. Bednar nearly picked up a steal. Now Baylock will work against Martin. Baylock gets in the paint, dumps it inside. First miss for Terryville. Hubbard misses the shot, nearly gets the steal, though. Good hustle by the sophomore, but Martin will push things up. Isaiah pulls it out, 10 seconds left. Drinkley says he wants one shot. Martin working off the pick from Kimberly. Tried to kick it out, and it's going to roll out of bounds. It will stay. Nonnewaug basketball, 1.4 seconds on the clock. Martin taking it inbounds. He gives it up. Kimberly turnaround jumper from the wing is good! What a shot by Jamie Kimberly. Senior who came off the bench in the middle of that quarter, hits a long three-pointer as the clock winds down, and Kimberly leads all scorers with 7 points with that shot, and Nonnewaug leads it now by 14 at the end of the quarter.
And really just a horrendous quarter for the Kangaroos. 13 turnovers in the first quarter. Add that to their score, and they're only down 1. I mean, that's just terrible taking care of the ball. A lot of those turnovers weren't even caused by the direct pressure from Nonnewaug, just really not using their heads when they passed, making passes they shouldn't.
Yeah, combination of factors. We talk about taking 2 seniors out of the starting lineup. You plug in their place now a sophomore and a freshman, so a lot less experience on the squad when you start a game, and you start a game against a team like Nonnewaug, and with just constant pressure. And we said 7 seniors on this squad. Really, I mean, inexperience will kill you, as we saw in the first quarter there. So Terryville, by virtue of 13 turnovers, finds themselves down 24-10 at the end of 1 quarter of play. And how about the play of Jamie Kimberly? Nice baseline jumper, good hook inside, and a three-pointer.
There's nothing more Josh Hubbard could have done on that, really. I mean, he was right in his face, with the exception of fouling him. I don't see any way he could have stopped him.
So the Chiefs will start the quarter here with Martinez, Kimberly, Bednar, Levy, and Condon. Terryville comes with Pons, Gursky, Hubbard, Baylock, and Gagnon. Condon gives it up to Levy. Kimberly wanted the ball at top of the key, but Bednar instead feeds Martinez on the baseline. Back to Bednar. Kimberly swinging around right side. It's Condon. He tries to drive against Gursky, but pulls it back out. Gets it inside the arc, and it's knocked out of bounds. Stays with the Chiefs.
Terryville switching to a 2-3 zone, try and do what they can to slow down the offensive surge from Nonnewaug.
John Bednar wide open three-pointer from the corner. No good. Baylock, nice rebound. He does look ahead. Joe Pons racing down the floor. Loses it out of bounds. John Bednar touched it last. So the Kangaroos will take it in. It's James Baylock set to inbound. Baylock finds Joe Pons, who launches a long three-pointer, well short on it, out of bounds. Nonnewaug basketball. Kimberly throws it in. Logan Condon running the point again. Condon, the senior, working against fellow senior Brett Gursky. Martinez again works down on the baseline, uses Bednar, who throws it cross court to Condon. He tries to dribble. Now he gets it to Martinez on the post. Martinez hits a fadeaway. He's got 6. And Nonnewaug continues their well-balanced attack. Martinez slaps the ball out of bounds. So Terryville will have to inbound again. Landry will come in for Gursky, and Chandry checks in for the Chiefs. Joe Martinez steals the inbounds pass. Feeds down low. John Bednar misses the layup. But we've got a foul. It was Logan Condon trying to work the offensive glass. Instead, he committed a foul. First on him, 4th on the Chiefs. So trailing 26-10, Terryville will inbound. Now the Kangaroos will watch James Baylock bring it up against Martinez. Baylock swings it left side. Hubbard has nothing going, so Pons will fake the shot, give it back to Landry. Hubbard on the right wing. Now he puts up a shot, doesn't get the roll. Baylock working the offensive glass, though. Hit as he shoots that one. So shot is missed, and Nonnewaug will race down. Martinez pulls up another long 2. This one doesn't go. Knocked out by Kangaroos. So Baylock will control. Trying to work against the spin move again. Martinez nearly picks it up. Open jumper for Baylock doesn't go. Rebound, though, tracked down by the Kangaroos. Martinez doing a little work up in the stands trying to get that ball. And a series of substitutions for the two coaches here. Kind of a nondescript second quarter so far. We're 2+ minutes in. We've only seen one hoop. That being Joe Martinez's driving layup. Now Baylock gets into the paint. Tries to dump it down low, but it's taken away by the Chiefs. Martinez working against Landry. What footwork by Joe Martinez, but he blows the layup. It's knocked out of bounds. Will stay with the Chiefs. Tell you what, Terryville down 16, but it could have been a lot worse. We've seen at least a half dozen missed layups by the Chiefs so far.
Yeah, 16 points isn't insurmountable, but if you're not guarding people like that, it
Lewis
could be.
Chandry just goes up, though, for the big rebound. And Martin now with the offensive glass. He'll get a shot for 2 free throws. Isaiah Martin appeared to have too much time in that three-pointer. Nobody ran out at him. They just kind of watched him spot up and take the 3. Rebound went long, and the big body of Lewis Chandry, the long arms, got the rebound. Foul's going to go against James Baylock, his first. 5th against the Roos. Martin misses another free throw. He's just 1 for 3 from the charity stripe tonight. It's the team's leading scorer struggling a bit from the line. We'll see Baylock head to the bench. It's Gursky taking his place. Martin makes good on that one. He's got 6 now. And the Chiefs are up to their largest lead of the game, 27-10. Martin takes that pass away, and now it's Martinez kicking it right side to Patrick Kiley. Bounce pass to Martin on the left side. Tries to feed Chandry, but it bounces over to Martinez instead. So he'll give it up to Kiley. Martin spotted for another three-pointer. Gets a friendly roll. Isaiah Martin has 9 points here by virtue of the soft Terryville rims. And the Nonnewaug League is now 20, 30-10. Pons gives it up to Landry, who hits a running layup. Nice play by Sean Landry. Kangaroos on the board for the first time in the second quarter here. They trail at 30-12. Martin thought about another three-pointer from the wing, now takes it and doesn't get it. Rebound taken away by Brent Gursky. It's Pons back to Gursky, who will run the point with Baylock on the bench. Nice feed inside. Justin Kostick gets it from Landry. Kostick has 6 now.
Landry being really aggressive, taking it to the basket, and it's working out well for him.
Every time Terryville's been able to break the press, they've done pretty much something good on offense. But they just haven't been able to stop Nonnewaug scoring, as evidenced there by Isaiah Martin's layup. He's got 11, and he's in double figures for the 10th straight game to start this season. So Landry will run the point again for Terryville, set to check in. Jamie Kimberly for the Chiefs, and Eric Milne sophomore for the Kangaroos. Kostic went up for that shot. Chandry blocked it, but we've got a foul. Not sure if it was Chandry with the body or somebody else. It was against Lewis Chandry. 5th foul against the Chiefs, just the first on Chandry. Kostic, we've documented his free throw woes throughout the season. Misses one here. So Baylock will also check in for Terryville. He's going to replace Joe Pons. Mark Gagnon, give a couple solid minutes inside, heads back to the bench. So Kostic makes the second free throw. Terryville now down 32-15, and the Kangaroos get a steal. Baylock will bring it up against the defensive Kiley. Baylock controls between the circles, now tries to drive. Gets it into the lane. Jump stop and a fade is good. James Baylock finally on the scoreboard here. 12 minutes into the ball game. Levy comes down with it, gets it out to Isaiah Martin. Martinez back to Martin, who feeds Kimberly in the post. His shot is rejected by Justin Kostic. So finally, Jamie Kimberly misses, thanks to the defense of Kostic. Chiefs will inbound. It's Martinez looking for Martin on the wing. Isaiah will dribble it out top of the key. Over to Kiley, swing it to Martinez on the left side. Kimberly, nothing going for him, so Kiley will get it over. 16-footer by Martin is no good, but Kiley there for the rebound. Goes down and then up with it. Finally, Baylock able to get the rebound. Frustration foul by Pat Kiley. 6th against Nonnewaug. 2nd on the starting senior.
Another example where Nonnewaug really could put this game away. I mean, they had several chances there, wide open looks at the basket, and just couldn't knock them down.
So Kiley with his 2 fouls will head to the bench. Jordan Levy in for him. So it's the Levy brothers, Martinez, Martin, and Kimberly. For Terryville, it's Milne, Gursky, Kostic, Baylock, and Landry. Baylock finally able to get it across the timeline. Dealing with the defense of Martinez. Now in the corner. Terryville really trying to advance the ball towards the hoop. Landry gives it up. Milne in the corner. Has it swatted away by Martin. Out of bounds off the Chiefs. Terryville ball. 2:48 on the clock. It's Nonnewaug 32, Terryville 17. Chiefs continue their swarming defense here, trying to keep Terryville out of the paint. Now it's Landry. Yep, he traveled with that one. Did a good job of planting his feet, but then dragged his foot one more time. So Bednar will come into the game, checking in for Harrison Levy.
Good defense by Nonnewaug that possession. Really prevented any penetration into the lane from Terryville guards.
See what the Kangaroos can come up with now in their 2-3. Bednar gives it to Martin. Nice ball movement by the Chiefs. Even better defense, though, by the Kangaroos. Levy went up for the shot, challenged all the way. Forced up a wild one. The Kangaroos came down with the rebound. Now it's Baylock. Working spin move past Martinez, but he's rejected by Levy. Baylock able to get it back, though. Can't get the scoop shot to go. And now Nonnewaug will push. They've got 3 on 2. It's Bednar on the wing. He walked with it, though. So travel by John Bednar. Senior averaging 3.3 points per game. And with 2 minutes on the clock, Terryville will try to get it up court and eat into this 15-point lead. Baylock never out of the woods here. Finally feeds Kostic. And Justin Kostic has looked pretty solid in the low block tonight for the Kangaroos. The main reason they're down just 13 right now. Martin drives baseline, and we're going to get a foul called. Looks as though it's against Eric Milne. That'll be his first. 6th on the team, so both teams in the bonus now with 1:48 remaining in the first half. Martinez throws it into Bednar. Back to Martinez on the baseline. He feeds Kimberly in the post. Doesn't get it to go, but gets his own rebound. And Jamie Kimberly will go to the free throw line after a second straight foul by Eric Milne. It's just a matter of whether he was shooting and he'll get 2 free throws, or if it was on the floor and he'll get a 1-on-1. Interesting banter between Nonnewaug head coach Tim Drakely, and father of Terryville superstar James Baylock. Drakely telling his team to double Blaylock on the inbounds, and he was corrected on his grammar by Baylock's father. Now, another missed shot by Bednar. Martin, though, another offensive rebound for the Chiefs. Something Terryville has struggled with all year, and they're going to have to handle even more with the departure of John Grenier. Kimberly pivots from the top. Three-pointer by Martinez is no good. Rebound finally tracked down by Kostick, and he's fouled. So Justin Kostick, after getting fouled by Kimberly, who commits his first, Kostick will head to the free throw line.
You talked about Nonnewaug and their ability to go on runs, and it seems like they just go quiet for a little while and then go on a run, then go quiet. Like right now they haven't scored really much this quarter, especially the last couple of minutes. They had 4 chances down there last time, but Terryville very fortunate only to be down 12 with 1:11 left in the second quarter.
Kostick connects on the first free throw. We've said Terryville, if they play up to their potential, can pretty much stick around with any team in this league. We saw that in the Litchfield game. A good Cowboys squad. Terryville found themselves down 15 heading into the fourth quarter, made a rally to get it all the way back to 4. So if they can play solid basketball like that, they can give a team like the Chiefs a run. Now Martin works it into the post. Instead, though, kicks it out to Bednar. One dribble, and he gives it right side. Martinez tried to dribble around Landry. Couldn't do so, though, because of a foul by the sophomore. So Landry has 2 now. He joins Hubbard and Milne as sophomores with 2 fouls. Martinez has 6 points with a chance to make it 7 with his first free throw here. Harrison Levy will check back into the game and spell Jamie Kimberly. Martinez, free throw is up and good. Perfect shot by Joey Martinez, 7 for him. 33 for the team, and the lead is 12. 33-21. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Martinez, nothing but net on both of his free throws. And now Landry will try to run the point and break this full court press. But Harrison Levy able to pick it up. Levy comes gliding in for a layup. And it's one of those runs we talked about. Terryville had worked it all the way back to 11 points, but now 2 free throws and a steal. And it's Jordan Levy coming up with it on the other end. He lost control of it, though, as he dribbled down, so it's a turnover for Nonnewaug. Kangaroos will try to inbound. And it certainly has been a game of runs for the Chiefs. Now Landry tries to throw it downtown. Ill-advised pass, easily stolen by Jordan Levy. His brother dribbles in. Instead gives it up to Martinez, who hits a running 9-footer. Martinez now in double figures. He joins Isaiah Martin in that category. And with 17.8 seconds left on the clock, Nonnewaug knocks it out of bounds. So the Kangaroos will inbound. 38-21. Nonnewaug's lead has ballooned up back to 17. Martin nearly had a chance to pick that off. Instead, Hubbard came down with it and gave it up to Gursky. He drives down and is taken away by Martin this time. Senior guard will push. Tries to feed Levy ahead, but he walked with it. Jordan Levy has struggled on the offensive end tonight. Slack, though, mostly picked up by his teammates, and they lead it by 17. 5.8 seconds left. Landry will work it ahead. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. He feeds Kostick inside. Layup is good. So Justin Kostick dominated on offense for the first half, carrying an offensive load that otherwise was pretty much non-existent. Kostick had 13 of the Kangaroos' 23 points. But the story of the first half, certainly the defense of Nonnewaug. They were able to cause several turnovers, and as a result have raced out to a 38-23 halftime lead.
Well, more than several turnovers, tried 20. Terryville did a nice job of controlling the ball, really, for the most part of the second quarter, only 3 turnovers. Then they reached the last minute and had another 5. So the Nonnewaug run really hurt Terryville at the end of the period, and their ability to explode for points and get points really fast is really going to be a key to the rest of the game.
Terryville actually made a stand in the second quarter, only lost the quarter by 1 point, 14-13. But Nonnewaug's giant first quarter has seen them out to a 15-point halftime lead. So enjoy the dance squad. We'll be back after this with second half action from Terryville High School.
Well, I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want do. Still I got to stick to my girls like glue. And I might not play number 2. All I know the time it is getting jet. Need a lot of trees up in my head. And a lot of dental in my bed to run that real. Well, I know flicker girl, them out the road, them got the goody. One thing me have to tell them, don't take out the woody. Front way, back way, cut the came on up and shove it. Virgin, them want give me, and me have to took it. Hot girls out the road, I say them see me. And I tell me, say them have something for gimme. How much time I night, them all a dream about the Jimmy. Them a promise, and I tell me, say you feel me. But a promise is a compared to a fool, so cool. But they don't know, say that man have to rule the school. When I pet them, just wet them up just like a pool. When I dignitary way, I feel use up me tool. Well, I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want do. Still I got to stick to my girls like glue. And I might not play number 2. All I know this time it is getting jet. Need a lot of trees up in my head. Got a lot of dental in my bed to run that relay. So okay.
Ready to go here, second half action. Kangaroos trailing the Chiefs 38-23. And we talked about turnovers in the first half, Dan. Probably the difference in the ballgame right now, huh?
It's definitely the difference in the ballgame. Terryville probably shot 70% from the field, but they probably only took 10 shots. So, I mean, turnovers really limited their shooting opportunities and scoring opportunities.
Kostic led the Kangaroos with 13 first half points. Brent Gursky second with 4. 2 apiece for Gagnon, Landry, and Baylock. Uncharacteristically quiet, James Baylock. Terryville will start the second half with Gursky, Kostic, Landry, Baylock, and Hubbard. Nonnewaug counters with Isaiah Martin, who steals that one. Joe Martinez, who has the ball now. Martin goes in for the layup. He's got 13 points. The lead is quickly 17. It's Martin, Martinez, Kiley, Chandry, and Levy, the starting 5 for the Chiefs. Landry will try to bring it across the timeline. He is trapped up there and he gives it away. Kiley steals it. Bounce pass to Isaiah Martin. Really pretty pass by Kiley. Isaiah Martin had cut ahead of the field, and quickly we get a timeout by Coach Mark Fowler. So once again, it's one of these runs. We're 30 seconds into the quarter. Nonnewaug's already come up with a 4-0 run to start things, and they're in danger of taking a 20-point lead.
Well, they're picking up right where they left off at the last minute of the second quarter. I mean, they just came out 4 quick points on 2 Terryville turnovers. Terryville hasn't even gotten over half court, really.
Yeah, Nonnewaug started their game yesterday in Gilbert. They headed to the fourth quarter trailing 36-35. Ended up dropping in 23 points in that decisive quarter for the 58-48 win. A win that, as we said earlier, has seen them climb to the top of the Berkshire League standings. Now they are in a 3-way tie with Chappaqua and Gilbert. Baylock nearly turns that one over. Couldn't get it to Gursky, so Chandry gives it up. Martinez takes the 17-footer, doesn't go. Levy high for the rebound, misses that one, but Chandry blocks out Gursky and he misses. Nonnewaug really has not capitalized on many of the layup opportunities they've had. So what is a 19-point lead could probably be twice as bad for Terryville if half these layups dropped in for the Chiefs. Not a good-looking play on offense by Chandry there. He had the ball in the post, went to put it down, though, where it could easily have been stripped. Instead, though, he's fouled by Baylock, second on the senior guard. And checking in for his first action of the game, Xavier Velez, one of the super substitutions for this Kangaroo squad. Now Martin puts up a three-pointer. That is good. Second long-range bomb from Martin.
He's got 7 quick points in the third quarter already.
18 for the game. 3 points over his season average. Now Baylock will try to work against Kiley. Spins in the middle. Gives it up. Velez. Jumper is good. So Xavier Velez can always count on him to hit his first jumper of the game. He's got 2 here in the early going of the second half. cuts the Nonnewaug lead to 20, 45-25. It's Levy now on the baseline, gives it to Martinez between the circles. He swings it left side to Kiley. He works it in the paint. Chandry couldn't handle it. So it'll be Terryville basketball. Velez looking to inbound. He gets it to Gursky. Using Velez in the middle of the court, who dribbles right around Martinez. Gives it up just too early, though, and Levy takes a pull-up, and it's good. Jordan Levy, nice shot by him. And Nonnewaug has raced out to a 9-2 second-half run here. Baylock thought he was fouled. Instead, Velez able to come up with it. And before he is fouled, he travels, though. So another Terryville turnover.
Trying to do a little too much, almost force the action on that one.
2 minutes into the second half, and the Chiefs have run out to a 47-25 lead. It's Kiley on the left wing now. He gives it up to Levy. Back to Martinez, top of the key. Levy wanted the jumper on the wing, instead gives it to Kiley. Now it's Martin in the paint. Great ball movement by the Chiefs. Chandry misses the layup, but Joe Martinez is there for the putback. Every player touched on that possession, and they hit the offensive glass. Really textbook offense by Nonnewaug. Velez couldn't get the pass in the lane, and they get it ahead now. Joe Martinez skies for the layup. He's got 14 points, and the lead is now 26. Baylock will push for the Kangaroos. He gets on the left wing. Gursky drives the lane, gives it to Hubbard. Up fake, gets Chandry in the air, but he can't make the jumper. Now it's Martin ahead. Kiley goes up for it, but good defense by Baylock. The senior kept his feet, draws the offensive foul from Pat Kiley. So that's the third foul against the senior forward. He'll head to the bench. And checking in for Terryville, Mitch Belledew, seeing his first action. So Mark Fowler, in his first game without John Grenier, trying a bunch of substitutes, see who will work the best inside. It's Baylock, who just lost the handle, picked up by Isaiah Martin, but Baylock right there to pick it back. Terryville with a 3-on-1. Velez is fouled on the floor. That's A.J. Yale called for the foul. Sophomore checking in now with Nonnewaug up 26. So Baylock, 4:50 on the clock here in the third quarter. It is a 51-25, 51-25 Nonnewaug lead. Belledew's jumper is no good, but the rebound taken away by Hubbard. Eventually Chandry gets it ahead to Levy. James Baylock, though, with a giant block. And that's something Baylock's probably going to be asked to do a little bit more without Grenier on the floor. Kangaroos are going to need him to have a bigger interior presence. Chandry, who had 6 points in the first quarter, gets his first bucket since then and ups the lead to 28. Now it's Baylock on the left wing. He is met in the air by Levy, so he returns the favor by getting a block right back. Levy tried to be a little too fancy on that layup, and A.J. Yale comes right in. Nice play by the sophomore, working the offensive glass and giving Nonnewaug its first 30-point lead of the evening, 55-25. Now Baylock, pretty no-look pass to Kostick, who works it to the other side of the paint and lays it up and in. Kostick now with 15 points. Baylock still just one field goal in this ballgame. Martin feeds Chandry on the post. Stepped on the end line, so he'll go out. Terryville substitutions. Landry back in the game, as well as the junior, Jameson Kaczynski, seeing his first action. So it's Landry, Velez, Kaczynski, Hubbard, and Belledew. So a very young lineup for the Kangaroos. On their first trip down the court with this lineup, though, Hubbard draws the foul. It's the second against Lewis Chandry. So Hubbard, one of the better free throw shooters on this squad, will go to the line for two.
Not a bad idea to get these players some experience against a tough defense. Being down 30 points anyways.
Even though there's more than 11 minutes left
there.
of game time, you got to figure the outcome's probably decided. So we'll see a series of substitutions for the Chiefs as well. Bednar and Condon back in the game. Second free throw by Hubbard is no good. Rebound taken by Jamie Kimberly. So Logan Condon will run the point. He gives it left side to Harrison Levy. Now Bednar in the corner. Skip pass to Condon, over to Kylie. Back top of the key, Condon. He's dribbling, working against Velez. Now they get Kylie on the baseline. Hangs, gives it up to Bednar. Three-pointer is good. John Bednar, senior, hits his first bucket of the game. That 3 points is right on his season average. And the Nonnewaug lead now 31 at 58-27. Kaczynski controls the ball top of the key. Now we hand it off to Landry. Landry dribbles to the right side where the ball is taken away, but Terryville with another turnover. And now Condon will control the point for the Chiefs. Looking for Levy on the right side. So with all the substitutions, gameplay has kind of deteriorated a little bit here. We'll see Mark Gagnon come back in and Hubbard check out. So even less experience now for the Kangaroos. Landry running the point, working against Condon. He gives it up right side. It's Bilodeau, who has the ball back now on the wing. Landry to Kaczynski. Good job getting Kimberly up in the air, but couldn't get anything going. So Landry drives the lane, and he's going to get a foul. Goes against Logan Condon, second on him, fourth on the Chiefs in the second half. 2:11 to go in the third quarter. Nonnewaug leads at 58-27. Bilodeau nearly drops it out of bounds, and now he does turn it over. So Nonnewaug will get possession again.
That puts Terryville at 30 turnovers for the game.
An obscene number of turnovers. Kylie able to get all the way to the paint before he's finally met by Bilodeau. And it's Velez bringing it up the court for Terryville. He wants to shoot. Instead, though, tries to dump it inside to Bilodeau. And another Terryville turnover.
I think it might be a goal for Terryville to score more than they have turnovers.
Well, they're losing the battle right now if they have 30 turnovers and 27 points. Kimberly fadeaway shot is no good, but Bednar there for the rebound, hangs and doesn't hit. Kimberly again comes up with the offensive glass. He puts up a shot and he is fouled. You get a game like this where the lead is 31 with about 10 minutes of gameplay left. Interesting to see what coaches come up with. Do you want to get players some experience? Do you want to try to bring your starters back and make it more respectable if you're on Mark Fowler's side of things? Kimberly makes good on the first free throw. He's 1 for 2 from the stripe tonight. And Baylock and Gersey are going to check back in. Velez and Bilodeau head to the bench. Second free throw up and good by Kimberly. He's 1 away from double figures now. So Baylock will run the point with his team down 33. He works against Kylie. A couple of spin moves and a fake. Kylie, though, plays good defense. And great defense on the other end by Sean Landry. Met Kylie as he tried to dribble up the court there, held his feet, and Kylie traveled with it. Drickley's going to call him to the bench now. Quick word of advice for him. So Baylock, using Pons to get the ball in bounds, now gets the ball back. Quickly uses the screen by Gagnon. Kylie tracks down the rebound, though, from the long three-pointer missed by Baylock. So Kylie brings it up, gives it to Bednar on the right wing. Bednar shuffled his feet. We've got a travel call. So a minute 12 to go in the third quarter. Still a 60-27 Nonnewaug lead. Terryville absolutely asleep on offense, just 4 points in this quarter. Now Pons trying to dribble hard against Condon, has nothing going, and Kylie knocks it out of bounds. Terryville will retain possession, and Kostick will check back in the game, giving Mark Gagnon a rest.
As evident on that last play, Terryville, a lot of east-west motion on offense, not a lot of north-south. Nonnewaug doing a good job keeping their man in front of them.
Baylock gives it up. Left side, Joe Pons, three-pointer is well short. Kostick, though, there for the rebound, and the putback is good. So Justin Costa continues to be the lone bright spot for the Kangaroos here. And we're going to get a travel on Harrison Levy. So with that bucket, Terryville avoids matching its lowest scoring quarter of the season in that game last Friday against Thomason when they had just 4. Very exciting win over the Bears. Went to overtime. Hope you're able to join us on Plymouth 16 for that one. Baylock loses control, and Condon comes up with it. Very fast guard for the Chiefs. Races down court, but is knocked away by Baylock. Good recovery by Terryville. So they thwart the fast break attempt by the Chiefs. And it is a 60-29 Nonnewaug lead. Levy gives it into Kimberly in the paint. Back to Levy. He drives baseline. Kimberly now spots up from 12 feet, doesn't go. Gursky gets the rebound. Baylock brings it up, less than 20 seconds to go on the clock. Trailing by 31. Baylock bouncing back and forth with the ball. Gives it to Kostic. Over to Gursky on the left wing. 5 seconds. Gursky feeding inside. Kozenski goes up strong, and he's fouled. So Jamison Kozenski will have a chance to go to the free throw line, where he'll get 2 attempts here, thanks to the foul by Jamie Kimberly, second on the senior, 5th against the Chiefs here in the second half. Terryville 3 of 6 from the line today. Now 4 of 7 with the free throw by Kozenski. Terryville exactly halfway up the ladder now. Second free throw by Kozenski makes the Nonnewaug lead 60-31. Kiley gets it to half court, lets one fly. Not a bad effort by Pat Kiley off the rim on that shot, but Terryville managing just 8 points in the quarter. And as a result, they trail after 3 quarters of play, 60-31. They're outscored 60-31 through 3 quarters of play. In that quarter alone, it was a 22-8 advantage. So, Dan, what are we looking at for turnovers now? Because obviously that's the telling statistic of this game.
Well, Terryville ended up with 12 turnovers in that quarter. 32 now for the game. Nonnewaug had a bunch in that quarter too, 6. A little sloppy basketball with the substitutions getting in there, but offensive rebounds have also hurt Terryville. Nonnewaug got now 17 for the game, so really the boards and turnovers, 2 things Terryville really need to win to have a shot at this game, is really hurting them now.
Majority of the starters stay on the bench for both squads. Kostic, the only starter in there for Terryville. And Kiley, the only starter in there for the Chiefs. They're working out left side. It's Bednar. In the paint, Kiley, though, misses on that layup attempt. He goes up for a second shot, but before he gets it off, he traveled with it. So a Nonnewaug turnover. And Terryville will come down and try to capitalize on that. And as we said, a little game we can play here as we watch, see if Terryville can end up scoring more points than turnovers. They're losing that battle 32-31 right now. Kozenski has it stripped, but he keeps control of it. It's finally poked away. Terryville will keep possession, though. Levy unable to secure the ball for the Chiefs. Pons will bring it in. Gives it to Baylock. And 7:23 on the clock here, remaining in the game. Terryville down 29. Baylock spins and gives it up to Kostic. Nice play. James Baylock, just 2 points. He's destined for a season low tonight, but he's really done a good job of getting the ball into Justin Kostic, who has played exceptionally well in the paint. He has 19 to lead all scorers. Another Nonnewaug turnover, and we'll see a substitution. Mark Gagnon checks back in for the Kangaroos, replacing Jamison Kozenski. Terryville already trying to keep as much time on the clock as possible here. They roll that ball up to half court before Baylock picks up with it. Nearly left it on his hip there. Now gives it to Kiley. Gursky works it in the paint, taken away by the Chiefs. And Bednar will give it up the court. Kiley swatted by Baylock. Baylock hit him on the arm, though, so Kyler will go to the free throw line. Chance for 2 for him. Patrick Kiley very quiet on offense today. Got in a little bit of foul trouble early. Didn't play much of the second quarter. He's averaging nearly 8 points a game for this squad, yet today has yet to score. Not that they've needed it, though. Very balanced attack from Isaiah Martin, Joe Martinez, Jamie Kimberly, and Lewis Chandry. Kiley misses again. Baylock tracks down the ball. 6:40 to go in the game. 60-33 is the Nonnewaug lead. Baylock driving against Kiley. Triple teamed up top. Now gives it to Gursky. He feeds Gagnon. High post. Baylock again trying to work inside. And he is fouled by Kiley, so that'll be the 4th against the senior. Yeah, we'll see a slew of substitutions in for Nonnewaug. It's Jordan Levy, Lewis Chandry, Mike Connery, A.J. Yale, and Connor Gehrig all in the game. A couple of new names and faces for the Chiefs. Elmer DeShane making sure everybody's ready to go. A little over 6 minutes on the clock here. And Baylock will be working against Yale. Baylock gets the shot up. Doesn't go, though. Rebound by Gagnon. He went down with it. Don't like that play. Gave Connery a chance to slap at it. So now it's Pons, who is trapped on the wing by Mike Connery. You may remember the name if you're a Terryville fan from last year, as his brother Brian, one of the better Berkshire League performers, started for this squad. Brian in college now. Three-pointer up and good by James Baylock. Finally, signs of Baylock waking up. He's been a little bit more aggressive here in the fourth quarter. Hits his first three-pointer of the game. He's got 5. And it's not very usual for us to see James Baylock wait until the fourth quarter to pop an outside shot like that.
No, usually that's one of the first things we see, but again, not starting because of missing practice, so he really didn't have a chance to get in the flow of the game. Took him a little while and took him to the fourth quarter before he hit a long jumper.
Despite leading this quarter 5-0, Terryville still trails in the game 60-36. Young but still talented squad on the court for the Chiefs. I like this backcourt of Yale and Connery. Both, I've seen them play since they were younger. I've worked quite a few weekends out in Woodbury in the rec league there, and have seen both these guys dominate rec league games. Now, though, they're getting to see what the other half lives like, having to ride on the bench for much of a game. Connery with good penetration there. He'll get 2 shots at a free throw. Only thing working against Yale and Connery, though, their height. Both rather short compared to the other players on this squad. Fouls against Joe Pons. His first, team's 4th. Connery's free throw attempt rattles out. So the Chiefs still yet to score here in the fourth quarter. Pons will take a seat on the bench. Sean Landry checks in. Left-handed free throw up and good by Mike Connery. Nonnewaug's first basket, first point anyway, of the fourth quarter. They lead it 61-36. Baylock pulls up right over Yale, doesn't get it to go. Rebound taken away by Gehrig. And now Yale will push. Finds Connery in the corner. He is checked by Landry. Connery gets in the paint, puts up and nearly dunked in by Lewis Chandry. He went for the tip follow but couldn't get that one to go. High rebound comes off to the Kangaroos. And Dan, we almost saw our first Berkshire League dunk here at Terryville High School.
Almost. I believe Leon Martin dunked on us last year. So it would have been fitting to see another one from Nonnewaug this year.
Chandry does up high on the other end of the court to reject that shot by Justin Kostick.
He was way up there to send that one away.
Chandry certainly very athletic, but as we've said about some of the Terryville players throughout the season, not all that aggressive. He had 6 points very early, but hasn't done much since then. Very raw talent, Lewis Chandry is. We talked about it before the game. Chandry pushing 6'11" and maybe be 7'2" with his hair. Landry's three-pointer is no good. Rebound taken down by Jordan Levy. He leaves it for Yale, who will push for the Chiefs. Less than 5 minutes to go. It is a 25-point Nonnewaug lead. Baylock keeping Yale behind the three-point arc. Baylock stumbles, but gets back to his feet. Now Yale to Connery in the corner, and it's Levy. Hands it off to Yale, who dribble drives into the paint. Floater up. They're going to wave it off, though. We've got a foul on the court. Elmer Deshane very animated about that. Said shot did not go. Instead, we're going to get a fourth foul against James Baylock. So Baylock just 5 points tonight. In danger of his worst offensive performance of the season. Terryville gets control there. Baylock has not failed to score in double digits yet at home this year. He's going to need at least a 3 and a 2 down the stretch if he wants to keep that streak alive. Now Harrison Levy will check in for his brother Jordan. So Landry shot for a free throw here on the 1-and-1. He makes good. Sean Landry, part of this good free throw shooting squad Terryville has amassed. They trail 24, though, 61-37. Landry has 4 on the evening. And here come the Chiefs. Yale trying to operate against Baylock. Can't get the dribble to work. So now he'll give it right side to Connery. Connery checked by Landry. And it's in the point. Connor Gehrig in the corner. He drives, throws up a wild shot. Rebound by Sean Landry. Less than 4 minutes to go in the game. Terryville comes down trailing by 23. Long three-pointer by Brent Gursky, well short. But it's saved by Landry. Good athleticism by the sophomore. So James Baylock will give it up to the right side. It's Brent Gursky. Back to Baylock. He's met quickly by Yale. Baylock gets in the paint. Spin move. And he is fouled by A.J. Yale. Second on the sophomore. Elmer Deshane had originally called it on Baylock, then realized the error of his ways. Changes it, gives it up to Yale. So as the 8th team foul, Baylock will get a shot for 1-and-1 now. First free throw is good. Rattles it in. He's got 6 now. Terryville back within 22, 61-39. Baylock faded away on that free throw, though. Missed it. So with 3:27 to go, Yale will bring it up for the Chiefs. He gives on the right side to Harrison Levy. Levy trying to get around Gagnon, and does. Feeds Chandry in the post. He doesn't get his double figures, though, so the Kangaroos will come down the other end. Baylock met at the arc by Yale. Jump stop for him. Feeding Kostick underneath. Good looking pass, but Kostick too far underneath the hoop. Unable to get that one to go. We're going to get a shoelace timeout by the official here. We'll give Terryville a chance to move Baylock and Gursky to the bench.
That'll most likely be the end of the night for both of them.
So Baylock will finish the night with 6 points. Gursky with 4. And Terryville trailing by 22, 61-39. A.J. Yale feeding inside. Jamie Kimberly hits the runner. He is in double figures now. And the Chiefs are up to 63-39. Landry checked up top by Mike Connery. Connery nearly got it away. Landry comes down with it. Tried to feed Kostick in the post, but it's taken away. Now it's Connery, who is called. Actually, it's a foul called, or a timeout. I'm not even sure what's going on here, Dan.
It looks
Appears
like
to be a timeout.
It looks like Nonnewaug called timeout to get its subs in, and that's it.
All right, little confusion here, but all substitutions are made now. Essentially a JV game we're running for the final 3 minutes of action. Yale spins around Velez. Now he gets in the paint. Double clutches. Good no call, though, as Landry had kept his positioning. Now it's Velez. He's going to push. He fires up a jumper, and it's good. Xavier Velez continues his hot shooting throughout the season here. And now Mike Connery wanted to pull up for three, but he had it stripped. So the X-Man will pull up for a three-pointer. He's long on that attempt. Rebound tracked down by Gehrig. And here comes Yale. Minute 50 on the clock. The lead is 22. It's 63-41. Kimberly. Baseline hook shot is good. Jamie Kimberly was hot early, has continued his shooting throughout the game. He's got 13 points. And Nonnewaug leads at 65-41 with 90 seconds to play. Velez working against Yale. Nearly has it picked off. Now gives it up to Landry. Landry gets to the base, to the paint, where it's Mitch Bilodeau. Back to Landry, who drives right side, tries to get around Connery, and he's fouled. Foul against Mike Connery is his first, 9th on the Chiefs.
Landry bailed out by that foul call. Really had nothing going, just dribbling around the perimeter.
Not a lot of motion on offense for the Kangaroos, just kind of hanging out beyond the arc. Now Landry misses the free throw. It is a 1-and-1. So rebound taken by Gehrig. Chiefs push it ahead. Good recovery by Jamison Kaczynski to cut that layup. Gehrig gives it up to Yale on the inbounds. We approach the 1 minute mark in the game here. Kimberly wants it in the paint. Nonnewaug can't get it to him, though. So they swing it left side. Connor Gehrig driving shot is no good. Battle for the rebound. Finally come down. The X-Man. 45 seconds on the clock. And Velez will drive. Uses a pick by Kaczynski. Fires up a shot, and Xavier Velez. Circus shot goes. He has 6. And now a three-pointer up. Well short. Kimberly ill-advised shot there. But with 25 seconds left on the clock, no harm, no foul. Velez drives again. And this time he walks with it before he's able to give it up to Landry. Three-pointer would have rolled in, but it wouldn't matter. So Velez will head to the bench. Joe Pons checks back in for the final 20 seconds. And Patrick Kiley, starter for Nonnewaug, replaces Jamie Kimberly. Yale gives it over. Connery taken away by Jamison Kaczynski. Terryville has a 2-on-1. Kaczynski drives in, no call. Officials did not want to call a foul with just 2 seconds left on the clock. So we have a final score of Nonnewaug 65, Terryville 43. Kangaroos did manage to win the fourth quarter 12-5, but Chiefs weren't in too much of a concern. They had the win locked up, as we said, pretty much 6 minutes into this ballgame when they went on that run in the late part of the first quarter. Terryville had hung on, had been tied 3 minutes into the game, but a quick spurt by the Chiefs. They shot ahead 10-2 and never looked back. So the Chiefs improved their record to 9-1. And before the rest of the Berkshire League plays their games in a half an hour, Nonnewaug has a half-game lead on Gilbert and Chippewa at the top of the standings. Terryville falls to 4-6, and maybe more importantly, loses a little bit of steam that they had going. But we head to the second half of the season now, Dan. They've got their 4 wins, which is what they were gunning for in the first half. If they can repeat that feat in the second half, they'll make the state tournament.
Well, if they can repeat it, it's going to be a tough task for them to do. Only one game of those 4 wins they won was on the road, and that was Northwest. They played a close game against Thompson at home, a close game against Hoosie, and a close game against Tech at home. So going on the road could be a whole different story, especially with Grenier not being there.
Check out leading scorers for the Kangaroos. Justin Kostick led the way with 19. Baylock and Velez had 6 apiece. Gursky with 4, Sean Landry with 4, and Jamison Kaczynski and Mark Gagnon each scored 2. Leading the way for the Chiefs, Isaiah Martin had 18. Joe Martinez with 14. Jamie Kimberly played very well, had 13 points. Lewis Chandry with 8. Jordan Levy, Harrison Levy, 2 points apiece. 3 for John Bednar, 1 for Mike Connery, and 2 for A.J. Yale. So, final score, Nonnewaug 65, Terryville 43. Hope you guys can watch us on Friday when the Chiefs end their 5-game homestand playing host to Chepaug. Another tough game for Terryville as they host one of the top teams in the league. So for the entire Plymouth 16 crew and my color man Dan Scotches, this is Chuck Petruccian signing off, saying hope to see you on Friday.